KUAM TV8, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvil's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus starts something new sales event going on now with up to 20% off on Jeep Gladiators. Get to Cars Plus today. And McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime. President Trump signing an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education. Local leaders optimistic over what this could mean for Guam. Plus, more documents from the workplace violence investigation at the port are leaked. The governor now chiming in, reassuring the public the front office is not getting involved. And an update to a KUAM News investigation. Could the stairway project at the Subaki Tower be causing negative impacts to the seafloor? Local environmental officials keeping the issue on their radar.
Hafidez and buenas noches. Bienvenido para KUAM News Primetime. Guahu sinek Delgado.
Sa Guahu si Dasni Cruz Lenga, Sizo Us Maasi Puri Manyanyo Mizu, Guini na programa.
President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to begin dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. While he cannot do it alone, his administration can take steps to decrease its operations.
This follows massive layoffs at U.S. DOE, slashing nearly half its staff. Island leaders reacting to the new education development.
It would take an act of Congress to eliminate the U.S. Department of Education fully. Still, President Donald Trump has taken the first step, signing an executive order directing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to begin dismantling the agency. For now, the order seeks to strip the department down to its core functions, managing student loans, Pell Grants, Title I funding, and support for children with disabilities. The bigger goal is to hand control of education back to the states and local communities.
My administration will take all lawful steps to shut down the department. We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. We want to return our students to the states where just some of the governors here are so happy about this. They want education to come back to them, to come back to the states, and they're going to do a phenomenal job.
Governor Lou Leon Guerrero reacting to the order today. She says from her understanding, the move wouldn't affect federal monies that come to states and territories. Still, she questioned the logistics of having those dollars sent directly to states and territories for administration and oversight. She also voiced additional concerns.
I am concerned about what does that mean now in standardization of teacher certifications, standardization of school curriculums, right? How are we making sure that the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic are being done?
Education Oversight Chair Senator Vince Borja says he remains optimistic about the recent action, seeing potential benefits.
This may be good for Guam because then we can, tailor the policies to our students and our families and our teachers.
And while Borja adds he supports Trump's intent to reduce federal spending, he remains concerned about cuts in funding for essential programs, assistance, and vital services, vowing to continue working closely with Guam's delegate and the legislature moving forward.
But we understand the need for the programs that we have, especially for our special education, for our the underserved communities. So we'll work our hardest to ensure that those programs stay afloat, or we find alternative solutions to continue to meet the needs of our community.
For now, Guam DOE remains status quo, awaiting further guidance from the feds. KUAM also reached out to Congressman James Moylan for comment.
And late today, Delegate Moylan issued a response stating, in part, it is imperative that the transition of authority from the federal government is smooth and that Guam's unique needs are considered and addressed during this process. You can read his full statement on KUAM.com. Well, more details are slowly being released into the workplace violence investigation at the Port Authority of Guam.
Yeah, KUAM today also speaking with Governor Lou Leon Guerrero about the incident.
The damage to the door is repaired inside the general manager's office at the Port Authority of Guam, but the damage control from the March 12th workplace violence incident drags on. Port Police is said to be investigating the case between Marina Manager Frankie Roslin and GM Roy Respicio. Leaked investigation reports submitted by Roslin alleging the discussion with the GM was a personal attack. Rosalind noting throughout the entire conversation, I felt threatened, intimidated, and harassed by Mr. Respicio in my capacity as an employee. I genuinely feared retaliation, a feeling I've endured for several months now, which I know other port employees share. During the highly charged conversation with the GM, he says, never once did I lift my hand in a threatening manner against the GM. Further, I never made a move towards the GM. Respicio's testimony painted a much different picture, stating he was in fear after Rosalind allegedly got angry while clenching his fist and repeatedly punching his door, damaging it. Governor Lulian Guerrero calls the situation unfortunate.
All I'm aware of is there was a conflict that happened. I don't have any details. I don't really want to even know the details because Josh and I have always said that we do not in any way interfere with the process.
Sources close to the investigation tell KUAM that Rosalind was suspended. Officials have yet to release any details. For now, the governor is confident in the process underway to get to the bottom of what happened.
People need to feel safe in their workplace. And if we need to improve controls or improve procedures to make it a lot safer, of course, that is just like we don't tolerate, sexual harassment. We don't tolerate drugs. You have to be very, very strong on that to assure that people are working in a safe environment. Yeah.
The Attorney General is waiting to see the reports from Port Police. Senators plan to hold an oversight.
Now to the oversight hearing of the Guam Memorial Hospital this week. Still the talk in the community even 2 days later. It saw a lot of back and forth between the Office of Public Accountability and GMH officials regarding recent audit findings.
Lawmakers pressing GMH officials for answers on what needs to be done. Jonah Gincharfris continues to unpack details from the lengthy hearing.
I wish the trustees were also here just to see in person and feel in person. I don't think anyone here is going after any one of you individually or personally. I don't think the auditor was doing that either. I just think we're all trying together to put everything we know on the table and make it make sense.
Lawmakers like Senator Therese Chalahi seeking answers to long-standing problems at Guam's only public hospital. On Wednesday, an oversight hearing of the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority was held covering critical topics from the Office of Public Accountability's recent audit on physicians' compensation, billing, and collection. Senator Shangu Matautau, referring to the OPA's audit findings, asked GMHA for an update on their formulation of the written policy for employment agreements.
Do you not agree that a written policy would assist with ensuring the guidelines for appropriate use of the PSA, UEA, or MOA at the Guam Memorial Hospital?
GMH Legal Counsel Jordan Pollen.
Sometimes it can, but sometimes it can get in the way of contracting physicians, and so that's what we're actually trying to study, is whether we can formulate a singular policy that actually helps us hire physicians and streamlines it and helps reduce costs, or if it's just going to add to the administrative bureaucracy that increases the costs and delays the onboarding of physicians.
Senator Chris Duenas said that this oversight hearing was not to tear anyone down, but to get to the bottom of the hospital's operational issues, something that has been recurring.
For several legislatures now, we have been scrutinizing GMH, but we have been coming to the rescue time and time again. We can dream about a medical complex all day long, but right now the people of Guam are faced with a GMH. They really have issues.
Senator Chris Barnett speaking on the lack of a written policy when it comes to hiring physicians and their pay.
Just not a good look for you guys to come in here and debate the findings of the audit. I think the Office of the Public Auditor, the Office of Public Accountability has been doing some pretty bang up work on these audits. And so for me, we just spent 2 hours going back and forth on whether or not there's a written policy, and there isn't one. I think at the end of the day, that's what it's about for me, is dealing with contracting, hiring. There should be consistency across the board.
Jonah Gincharfris, KUAM News.
Well, the Subaki Towers spiral staircase construction project at Tumon Bay that concerned beachgoers last month is on Guam Environmental Protection Agency's radar.
Yeah, following our investigation, the issue now bringing up concerns among board members who say while we have strong environmental laws, enforcement continues to be a challenge. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
The controversial spiral staircase construction with access to Tumon Bay, one of Guam's 5 protected marine preserves, bringing enforcement concerns to the forefront during a Guam Environmental Protection Agency board meeting on Thursday, following KUAM's report last month where we shed light on the altered consistency of the sand. Guam EPA board member Stephen Hollister sharing his frustration that, quote, contractors are cutting corners.
When they were building Subaki, I took pictures of runoff, and I mentioned that here at one of our meetings, how I was staying at one of the other hotels, and I looked out and you could clearly see how the water was a different color coming off of the construction site. And I think you even said you went in and checked it or had someone go check it, and you couldn't find anything.
JHC Corporation got a permit to build a staircase in August 2022 for Subaki Towers, which was signed off by all the relevant agencies except the Guam Department of Agriculture. Agriculture tells KUAM beach construction requires a marine preserve area permit as it can harm natural resources, but Subaki did not obtain one. Following our report, Guam EPA Administrator Michelle Lastimosa says they re-inspected the site and found no wrongdoing. Guam EPA Acting Inspector Supervisor Ron Chafaris did the re-inspection himself.
When we heard about that in the news, the following day I went out there. That's the first thing I checked.
He maintains everything was in compliance, though admits he didn't check the silt.
As far as the silt on the beach, I cannot answer that because I didn't go out to the water to touch that water. You know, I just went to the staircase going down and the top part. They were mixing cement, trying to finish off the walkway.
EPA requires silt fences or temporary sediment barriers that are crucial to prevent sediment from entering waterways and to protect the environment. During the permitting process, the agency gives out a pamphlet on silt fences, but they're aware it's probably left unread and, quote, end up in the floorboard of a truck.
Everybody has an idea that contractors do what they want as soon as someone turns their back to them. And that's where I came in at first, and I said, we're tolerated. We're not.
And you know what? I'm going to admit it. You're right. The reason why I'm going to admit that is because we're having a problem with the permit process.
It's known that silt fences can fail if not put up or maintained properly. KUAM reached out to a soil expert who confirms increased sediment can change the composition of sand, causing it to harden or cement. Excessive silt or sediment can impact water quality, smother coral reefs, and cause harm to the marine ecosystem. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Thanks, Suki. We'll be right back.
Half a Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
At the heart of Guam, there's one place where everyone comes together. Kmart, your American superstore. Celebrating 30 years with you. To our brave service members, enjoy a special military discount every day as our thanks. To our local community, we've grown with you, bringing trusted brands at prices you love. This season, celebrate with us. From fiestas to family gatherings, we're your one-stop shop. Since 1995, we've grown with you. Here's to 30 years of memories, savings, and the spirit of Guam. Kmart, where everyone is family.
You don't always set out to be a rock star, but when the spotlight finds you, you become one anyway.
Come on.
Welcome back to Primetime. A registered sex offender from Wisconsin is brought to Guam and is in federal custody.
This after failing to notify authorities he was traveling to the region. 38-year-old Kyle Darris facing charges of being a sex offender registrant who failed to report international travel. Court documents filed in the District Court of Guam state Darris flew from Guam to the Philippines and Palau last month. His passport was revoked after he returned to the island on March 1st. The complaint states Darris was convicted in Marathon, Wisconsin for third-degree sexual assault involving a 10-year-old victim. He remains held in the Department of Corrections and is scheduled back in court on April 3rd. Trial is expected in 2 weeks for a father accused in the death of his 1-year-old baby boy. Defendant Paul Cruz appeared before Judge Vernon Perez in Superior Court today.
The court is expected to mull over the prosecution's request to have the former chief medical examiner who performed the autopsy to testify virtually. As reported, Cruz and co-defendant Gilton and Rumangmu were accused in the November 2023 death of their child. Rumangmu sentenced to 3 years in prison last December.
Her Story, presented by Coast 360, Together We Thrive, and Venus, My Skin, My Way, available at Payless Supermarkets.
In celebration of Women's History Month, KUAM News is proud to present Her Story Is Now, a multi-platform showcase highlighting women making an impact across various industries.
And every Friday in March, we will feature a collective roundup of inspiring women. And tonight, we introduce you to a few of the powerhouse women in the telecommunications industry.
My name is Christine Valetu. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of Docomo Pacific. I've been with the company for almost 6 years, but I initially started as the Chief Financial Officer here, and then just June of last year, I assumed the role of President and CEO.
I am Sharon Davis, Vice President of Community Engagement and External Affairs at GTA.
Hi, I'm Carice Vendiola. I work for IT&E. I'm actually the Senior Director for Business Operations and Products, handling marketing as well.
100% people. You can have a great idea about something, but you still need the people to execute that idea.
Learning new technologies and being ahead of the population in terms of new developments. But as a manager, I think what's very rewarding for me is being able to see what I develop, what types of leaders I develop. So I've been proud to see a lot of people grow into managers also and supervisors as they've been under me.
No matter what your industry is, it's really like the people that you surround yourself with, to have a great team that we've grown together over the years. Seeing them love their job and love our company and really doing all the things that we need to has just been so rewarding. I kind of have two things that really guide my life. The first is my faith. It's not your plan, it's God's plan. I just trust that I'm doing the things that I need to do, and I just need to do my best. The second one that I always have had with me since my sanctuary days is by George Bernard Shaw. Making mistakes is far better and a more honorable life than doing nothing.
Like through my life, it's changed over time, but the one that's sticking out for right now is like, just get out of your own way, right? Like often we're just making things up in our head about a situation, and I gotta tell that Sharon to sit down.
I always tell myself I refuse to be helpless. So in whatever situation there is, whether there are things I could not control, I always look for areas in my life which I can control and do something about it. I actually play pickleball a lot, so that sort of helps me relieve a lot of my stress. I hang out with a lot of my friends.
How do I unwind? Oh gosh, honestly, podcast, my dog, my family, but I got a cool dog named Scooby that we rescued.
I actually work from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. right before I sleep for most of the day, so that is not healthy. I don't recommend that to anyone. I always tell my team, please don't do my crazy. But for me, the weekends when I spend time with my family, that is really like, it's the food for my soul. Like, it refreshes me. It reminds me, you know, why I work.
Definitely, I'm a really audible kind of a person, and when podcasts came out, I was like, oh my gosh, engineer was listening. And yeah, so I mean, I listened from tech, like I would say the waveform, I've probably been listening to that since I started at GTA, probably 15 years, Marcus Brownlee, really great one. It's like 3 dudes hanging around just talking about, you know, technology stuff that they like. I also listen to a variety of news. It's good that you listen to what you agree with, but there's also times like, again, when I'm sitting around at the end of the day and I want to listen to some folks that disagree with me. It really helps build up my resilience for situations where they're challenged. And so I mean, just go try to listen to somebody on the news side that doesn't agree with you personally. And it really does, you start to feel that like, okay, this is like arguing with someone that I love, and I can't say anything back to them.
I don't really have time for podcasts or books, but it's really funny because one of my all-time favorite movies was Blind Side. And then I just recently learned that, like, you know, there's some controversy surrounding it, and I'm like, oh my God, my whole paradigms are being, because the reason why I loved that movie was it talked about, like, you know, we all have and should reach out to those in need.
So I like Atomic Habits. It's been sort of, I find it very practical, but also like a guiding principle on how I try to develop a lot of who I want to become. So it gives you a lot of tips in terms of trying to build good habits, and not just in work, but also in life. So like trying to eat healthy, being more, I guess, more of the best version of yourself, and building towards that. So it gives you a lot of concrete tips and techniques to go about it. That's why I love that book, actually.
Her Story, presented by Coast 360, Together We Thrive, and Venus, My Skin, My Way. Available at Payless Supermarkets.
But today's been a wonderful day. Uma sesizu Gilmalaka oni Astama Don't need to work, babe, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Superspeed your life with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet. Get symmetrical upload and download speeds up to 5 gigs. Get started with Fiber 500 at $145 a month, Fiber 1 gig at $215 a month, or Fiber 5 gig at $299 a month. Plus, get 2 SuperPod 6Es with any plan, and a free EcoFlow River 3 and bonus welcome kit with 1 gig and 5 gig plans. Experience tomorrow's islands today with Docomo Pacific Fiber Internet.
kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Le dije, vamos a hacer maldades. Vuelvo yo te traje. Pago allá el mahones si no baila pa' que sale. Aquí están mis anormales. Que cabrón, tú mueves ese nalga. Esto es pa' las nenas nuevas, pa' los nenes, pa' la viejas.
Hey, I got the job. So I can go part-time. Yes!
Some days bring new opportunities. First Hawaiian Bank can help you say yes to making the most of them. Manage your accounts, earn cash back, and when you need advice, we're here for you.
We should really get him into an art program.
No matter where your journeys take you, you can bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Howdy guys, welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. I'm Kobe.
And I'm Nick, filling in for Darby.
And today we're at Tommy's Pizza in Dededo checking out some of their new items. So today we're going to be trying their Tanala Pizza, their Chaifi Hot Wings, their Tuba Wings, and as well as their Shroomtown Pasta.
Let's start with the wings, and let's start with the hot one, just in case we need something to wash it down. Cheers. Cheers.
Woo.
Wow.
The wing is actually really well flavored, and the spice kind of creeps up on you.
Should we wash it down? Pepsi break?
Let's do a Pepsi break real quick. Cheers. Cheers. Okay, now we're gonna jump to the Tuba Wings.
It's really good. Let's do the pizza.
Tanala pizza.
So it has the chicken, mushroom, Tanala, onions, and the cheese. Oh man, I think I just got a new favorite pizza.
All right guys, we're gonna take another Pepsi break because you know pizza is better with Pepsi.
Cheers. Crispy.
Let's do it. The Shroomtown pasta. Cheers. Very creamy. Thank you so much to our friends here at Tommy's Pizza for taking care of us, and of course to Pepsi. Be sure to check out Tommy's Pizza Monday 4 to 9, Tuesday to Saturday 11 to 9, and they're closed on Sunday. Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Block parties are awesome, and our friends over at Guam Time are putting on a really, really good one. It is a mad collab. I'm a big fan of Guam Time. My friends, Matt, Brittany, Kyle, all those guys, right? Check out this lineup. All of the amazing acts that are waiting for you. Make sure, of course, to hit up guamtime.net. Hosted by Shanice Poe and our own Vic Falan, so you know it's going to be entertaining. Check that out. That is a crazy lineup. So make sure you get your tickets at guamtime.net. Also coming up, the GMH Volunteers Association raffle, 60 years of service to our community. The Pink Ladies are amazing, and we support them as they have supported us for 6 decades, including the Guam Memorial Hospital. So make sure to check that out. And it's Special Olympics. We are never going to get tired of inviting you to take part in the amazing experience that is Special Olympics Guam. And the track and field match is coming up next Saturday. So make sure to head up to Ukuru, be part of it, get in touch with Special Olympics Guam, and please volunteer. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Happy birthday to Frank Jr. Taikenko. Happy birthday, Nino Jr. We love and miss you always. Happy birthday number 77 to my amazing dad, Juan Uggan. Thank you for all that you do, and hope you have a wonderful day and you feel the love. This is our Joan Uggan Charfers. This is her papa. And Joni says, I love you, Dad. Bryce Alcaro, happy 27th birthday to my kickin' awesome husband. Hey, no higher praise than that, man. Hope you have the best day and love you.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
for this week goes to...
All right, getting to this week's winner of a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake is Axel Lucas Negos Nicholas. Happy birthday to you, extended. And keep a lookout for a message from us, and we'll let you know how you can pick up your prize.
And just a quick happy birthday to my grandma, Edna May Leon Guerrero.
Happy birthday!
Estigi Zimizu Primetime Show.
Napin sa Fuhamsu sa Gosta Ipoini.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Ali, Mogisin, Hafade Zan Tiro, Rananim, Kaslali, Lengwo, and Yakwe. Welcome back to another episode of the One Micronesia Show. And this show is probably brought to you by our friends at Daiso.
Come on down to Daiso, located at Don Donkey, and check out their newest stock arrivals. You can now purchase your favorite Japanese snacks here at Daiso. Follow their social media at Daiso Guam to get up to date with our latest product arrivals. Daiso Guam, providing quality living essentials. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the village of Don Donkey.
For this show, I take you to my homeland, the beautiful island of Yap. Why? Because we are celebrating the 55th Yap Day celebration.
Welcome to the vibrant and deeply rooted cultural celebration of Yap Day. Over the next few days, we'll take you on an immersive journey through tradition, adventure, and community. And it all begins right here at the Yap Living History Museum. The festival kicks off with a warm welcome from the chairman of the Yap Day Committee, setting the tone for an exciting celebration. As the sun begins to set, the stage comes alive with the rhythmic movements of the Rule Marching Dance, also known traditionally in Yap as Mas, a traditional performance that echoes the strength and unity of the island.
True to the cultural diversity, the Philippine community of Yap takes center stage, showcasing a vibrant performance that reflects the strong connections between Yap and the Philippines. Day one of the soft opening of the 55th Yap Day celebration comes to an end. For those looking to dive even deeper into history, the Weloy Cultural Site visit offers a rare glimpse into the island's past, where every stone and pathway tells a story. Day 2 begins bright and early as adventurers gather at Wanyeb Dugor Weloy for a day of exploration and fun. Our journey starts at the Alok Trail, one of Yap's oldest trails dating back thousands of years. Once traveled by generations of Yappies, this path weaves through dense forests, whispering stories of the island's past with every step.
Into a long village. There's nobody live here anymore. But this village is the home of Weloy musician. They play magic. So now we're gonna do some ritual before we go in the village. Either you get the soil and apply on your body, or you get a leaf and break between your palm, then you apply on your body. And reason for that is because you are new here. You know, every person has a scent, okay? Different from these people, whatever stay here. So you want to become one of them. In front is Okaw village, and on our left, leading up further, is the Gold village.
But the real excitement begins in the afternoon, where the spirit of competition takes center stage. From the rhythmic swings of musical copra to the intense energy of bamboo race and dodgeball, every game celebrates skill, tradition, and camaraderie. Precision is key in the spear throwing contest, while the Whistling Biscuit Challenge adds a lighthearted twist to the competition. And then the grand finale, the raft race. This year's event wanted to feature two generations, an older generation and a younger generation, teaching the craft of raft making. Teams first started by tying the rafts. After that, they got into the water, and the first person to the end will win it. As the day comes to a close, we witness the beauty of Yap's traditional money. And just before the night ends, students from L Elementary School take center stage with an energetic bamboo dance. Their movements synchronized by the rhythm of beats and tradition. A perfect way to close the second day of Yap Day. And this is just the beginning of Yap Day, but the journey is far from over. Stay with us as we continue to uncover the heart and soul of this incredible festival.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. Welcome back to the One Micronesia Show. This 55th Yap Day celebration took over 6 days of festivities. Amazing. So let's continue. Here is day 3 of the Yap Day.
The heartbeat of Yap's culture beats strongest today, the official Yap Day, a day of tradition, skills, and honor where the island's rich heritage is on full display. The day begins with a great reverence as Yap's highest-ranking chiefs and dignitaries take their seats, marking the start of a celebration rooted in centuries of tradition. The powerful sound resonates through the air, the traditional calling demonstration, the conch shell, once used to signal great gatherings, now calls us together to witness the beauty of Yapese culture. And then a sight that embodies the island's seafaring spirit, the arrival of the canoe. Guided by the stars and currents, these vessels connected Yap to its neighboring islands for generations, carrying stories of resilience and exploration. Next, we witness the sacred presentation of traditional money, the iconic stone money, an enduring symbol of Yapese wealth and honor, is carefully transported, a moment of deep cultural significance. With the raising of colors and the singing of the anthem, Yap Day is officially in motion. The air is filled with pride as the community stands together in unity. As the afternoon unfolds, the celebration continues with a series of traditional dances, each telling stories passed down through generations. But Yap Day is more than performances, it's about preserving and showcasing the skills that define Yapese craftsmanship. In the weaving competitions, participants of all ages demonstrate their expertise in creating baskets, hats, fans, and even woven balls. The energy rises once again as the students of Gilmon Elementary School takes the stage for a dynamic bamboo dance. Their movements perfectly synchronized to the beat of tradition. As the sun dips below the horizon, Yap Day reaches its grand finale with a performance unlike any other, the men's standing dance from the municipality of Mop. This dance, performed with unwavering strength and precision, is a tribute to the ancestors, a connection to the past, and a promise to carry Yapi's heritage into the future. A day filled with culture, history, and tradition draws to a close. But Yap Day is more than just a festival. It's a living testament to the strength of a people, a celebration of identity, and a reminder that the past will always guide the future. The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
This show continues, and we bring you back home to conclude the 55th Yap Day celebration. This is day 4.
As the sun rises on day 4 of the 55th Yap Day celebration, today we honor customs, traditions, and legacies that define the people of Yap. After a day of performances and celebration, we dive deeper into Yapi's identity with a tradition and culture showcase featuring the island's most treasured symbols, including traditional money, a testament to Yap's ancient economic system, and the clothing attire, a visual representation of status, heritage, and craftsmanship. As the day goes on, the spotlight shifts to the Finif Women's Sitting Dance, a performance of grace, strength, and storytelling passed down through generations. Meanwhile, a tattoo display highlights one of Yap's oldest art forms, each design carrying deep meaning, history, and personal identity. As the sun sets, Yap Day accumulates and the final traditional dance. One last display of movement, rhythm, and cultural pride. The Welyoy men's standing dance, also known as Totomoy, also known as a ghost dance. powerful and moving tribute to ancestors, the land, and the legacy of the village of Akal. As the Yap Day comes to an end, its impact will be felt long after its final dance performances, cultural practices, a reminder that tradition is not just preserved, it is lived, honored, and carried forward for generations to come. Happy 55th Yap Day celebrations to everybody. Kamagad.
From cultural performances to cultural practices, the 55th Yap Day celebration was a success. Big thank you to the Yap Day committee. A big thank you to all the visitors, but most especially, big thank you to the people of Yap for putting together an amazing celebration. Guys, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with more of the One Micronesia Show.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older, I grew wiser. I realized life isn't about how many people you can knock down. It's about how many people you can lift up. At Ram, our calling is to build game-changing trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Ita mesmo, ita ta.
It's good. Honestly, the weather, it actually changed and it got a bright, nice and sunny today.
Fanatun Marianas Fanogita Tautanu Puresti Kuturata Zanesti Linalata Fanatun Marianas Fanogi.
Rest each other there.
There
you go. Oh my God. Thank you. Always dunk the business majors. Always dunk us.
Fanatsun Marianas
brings the community all in one in just a very fun and really exciting experience.
So what we're doing is perpetuating our culture. They're telling a piece of our home, our culture, the meaning, where they came from, and how beautiful our island is. You know, I mean, there's us Chamorro people.
What an amazing show. The 57th Yap Day celebration, and to close it off with the UOG's Charter Day celebration. Wow, I love it. Guys, that pretty much wraps up this edition of the One Micronesia Show. Remember, this show being brought to you by Daiso.
Come on down to Daiso, located at Don Donkey, and check out their newest stock arrivals. You can now purchase your favorite Japanese snacks here at Daiso. Follow their social media at Daiso Guam to get up to date with our latest product arrivals. Daiso Guam, providing quality living essentials. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the village of Don Donkey.
And that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. My name is Victorious, and all I gotta say is peace.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by Daiso Guam, Japan's largest dollar store located in the village of Donkey, open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.